Everybody thinks that ChatGPT remember conversation like human. It doesn't. In fact, every API call start with complete amnesia. Today, I will prove that in code, show you why it's happened, and then build a real chatbot with memory in less than 25 lines of code. And once you understand this, you will finally understand how every AI chatbot actually works under the hood. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Nitin Kumar. In the last episode, we made our first OpenAI call, one question in, one question out. But real AI applications are not one-shot questions. You want conversation back and forth, like ChatGPT. So the question becomes, how do we give the memory to our model? Let's see through the code and the demo. Okay. So quick recap. In last episode, we gave one question, one string to the model, one input and model things, one API call, and then one output, one string. Simple, but the conversations are different. You ask something, model replies, then you ask a follow-up question. So let's try that. Let's try through the where we left into our code. So let's write the code. In this one, we imported our OpenAI library, create an OpenAI client. Let's create a response. How we are going to call the OpenAI. So we first do the let's say we say print our first OpenAI call. How we create it? We get response one equal to client dot responses dot create. And what are the things where we are passing to the model? First, we'll pass the model name that is our GPT GPT-5 mini that we even put in the last one GPT-5 mini. And what we are going to input. Input is our question. Hi, let's just ask. Okay. Hi, my name is Nitin. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What model will reply? Let's see. If I fire this query to the model, and if I just run it, first it's happening the first opening call, and let's just print it. What it's get response. So response one dot output text, and then just print it. Let's see how it says. Hey, he says, hi Nitin, nice to meet you too. I am ChatGPT. How can I help you? Now, okay, we got an output. Perfect. The model replies normally. Now let's do the second API call. Uh, response response to uh, client uh, client dot responses. So we need to focus where we are, what instances, what object we are calling it, and then create. Uh, we first define them what we are calling it. Let's just copy it from top, make it faster. So and let's ask the question. So if I ask, what is my name? If I ask this question and then let's just print it, how it respond. So I'm expecting it will give my name. If I just print it. Oh, now there's a shocking part. Just told it what is my name, Nitin, and literally 2 seconds ago. It's literally 2 seconds back. This is most important mental model in AI API. Every API call is independent. OpenAI server do not remember your previous request. Think of it like a genius stranger with amnesia. They can answer anything, like anything, everything, but they forgot the previous conversation for phone calls immediately. Now let's understand what is the problem. So we know what is happening internally. So we called our first API, my name is Nitin. It's replied, nice to meet you. Model replies very normally. But when I ask, just right after, uh, what is my name? He said, I don't know your name, and just told it. So by this thing, we got an idea. The model, the API we are calling has no memory, no stored conversation, nothing. Now let's move to the how we can tackle with these things. So then how if you think like okay, but in ChatGPT I see the thing. It's reply what I'm talking. It's get a context and then give me the answer. So it's simple. We send the conversation back every single time. That's the trick. We don't make any such sort of a different API call or something. No, we create this as a conversation into sort of a list that we will show in the code, and then send back to the OpenAI model and ask. Okay, so now this is the thing. Okay, as we are doing in the practice. So let's run this in our notebook. How is that works? So clear Python. I would say. Let me check. What is the my okay 01. So Python 01, how it's working with no memory. First, I am calling my call one, telling the model my name, and say, "Hi Nitin, nice to meet you. How can I help you?" As we expected. And if I ask it again, so I don't know. So that is the expected. But just to get more feeling of writing a code with production level, so I'm running everything in Notebook and then running in terminal. So just for better okay, better understanding and better comfort. Okay, so as of now, how we are going to pass our conversation every time to the model? That's the question. And for this thing, we have a very important concept is messages and their role. So what are we are going to do? So if you can see, there are three things: system, user, assistant. So to do this, we stop sending a single string. Instead, we send a list of messages, and every message has a role. So, okay, first is a system role. So system role is like, okay, you are a tutor, you are a scientist, or you are a education, or you are some scientist, or you are some data engineer or something. You gave a role. So system, your instruction to the model. And this control models personality, behavior, tone, rules. Second one is the user message. So how the this is the sort of a human speaking. So what is the human says like I typically ask, okay, what is my name? What is 2 plus 2? So that's the second sort of a thing. What is the human speaking? Third one is the assistant role. This is the model's previous reply. And this part is super important. So this is how the model remember what it said earlier. So now let's jump to the demo and understand is this part. Uh, we have this model already defined. Let's go to the my code 2 and how we are going to add the memory to our model. So we already created the client. Let's first build the sort of a conversation. How we are going to pass it. So conversation will be a list as I mentioned. So I'll create a sort of a dictionary and then I will first assign the role. Let's make this coffee. So I'll pass two roles just for better. Okay. So my role and first one is like we define a system role to our and how we define it. We pass the content and what is the content? We define what it's you are suppose you are like you are a friendly tutor. Be brief for optimizing the prompts. So yeah, okay. Now let's define our second role that we said. Okay, so second will be our, let's say, our user. Second role will be our defined as a user, and then what will be the content? So content and content will be hi, my name is Nitin. Let's pass the same message. That the same idea on the same. Okay. Now I created this conversation. This is my conversation created. So now let's pass this conversation to our model. Okay. just for better thing, let's take the response and we'll create a response P instead of it. And instead of input a single question, I will pass the conversation. Okay, we call the same model, we call the response, and now let's see how I'm getting it. So if I just run it and let's print it, print same response 3. Let's, because we are getting response 3. Hi Nitin, nice to meet you. I'm ChatGPT, your friendly tutor. How can I help you today? It's till now pretty well, pretty simple, as expected. It's working. Now it's what I got the reply. So let's just put into our reply new variable. Okay, let us create a new variable reply. What I got, put into a reply variable. And now how I'm going to append this my reply to my the conversation. So I'll create conversation dot append. And now most important part, I need to give my model the context. What is this reply from, where it's a human, user, system, or what? So before that, I need to get, okay, user said what? Nothing. Let's say user is my assistant, and what is my content? Content is my, that is the, that is my assistant reply. Content, content, and what is the content? Is the reply that I got from the the response from the LLM. Now I appended same conversation to my system. So okay, now if I see this conversation, okay, let's print this conversation. If I print it, okay, now system, you are friendly today, be brief. My name is, that's the reply I got, and that was the content. So I appended same, user is the assistant, and this is, this was the content as user reply, and this is the answer I got from the as a from the assistant. So if you see, role is first system, user, and assistant. So in my first, I defined the role. Second, I asked the question, that is the user, and third is my assistant that I got, that I just defined. Now let's ask the more question around it. So okay, now same again, we append our conversation dot append. What we are going to first? So we need to say a dictionary, and if I am going to ask the question, so my role will be the user, because I'm going to ask the next question from GPT. And same, what will be the content? So content, okay, let's ask what is my name now. What is my name? And okay, if I ask the same thing, what is my name? And I created this, added this new sort of a message to my conversation. And if I now again call this response, so let's create the response 4 and call it, because I opened. Okay, so it's something we missed it into our format. So let's see where we missed it. Conversation dot append, and there is a rule. Is this variable? Okay, let's just see why we are messing it up. Looking perfect for me, but if I run it, bad request error, code message invalid value, supported assistant system developer, but I think I have typed something else, but it's just system assistant and content. Okay, let me just maybe content content assistant. Oh, here. Okay, that's a mess. Instead of role, I define the user. For my bad. Now add the same thing, conversation. So system user assistant, user system assistant. And if I run it, so I'm getting a response for still a bad request. Okay, maybe the user assistant, and then content is this. Okay, so let me just figure it out. Okay, let's just create from the start. So okay, I have this already copied. Instead of wasting time, let's do this. So what is my conversation? Conversation is a system and prompt. So just do it. System and role, and role is system and the user. And if I run it, let's just get it the response and append this reply to my the conversation. What I got here, reply one as the assistant. Okay, I'm hoping getting the same format. Okay, got it. And now ask the same question. What is my name? Append it in the same one. And, okay, so now I got this one, role, user, content, username. Okay. Now if I fire this one, okay, maybe I was messing up with some format. And if I check now what is the response I'm getting, let's just print it. Okay. And let's say if I print it, response 4 dot output text, your name is anything. Now this is the expected thing that we thought it should understand what we discussed earlier in the conversation, how it's recalling it, because we are passing full text as a conversation to the model. Okay, so now we get an idea. We got an idea. Okay, we sent whole the conversation. It's more like a it seems like entire conversation as a fresh input to the every call. Your program remembers by keeping the list around. It's just doing it. Okay, now uh, let's run by this terminal. Why I'm doing it, you will get an idea why I'm doing this by terminal. It will be very important. So it should reply in the as expected format that we thought. Yeah, it's reply. Same conversation with history and your name, anything. Now it's come to how the memory actually works. So in turn one, we pass you are a tutor, and I message as I'm a Nitin, and then it in turn to remember you are a tutor, user in answer, assistant, hi Nitin, and your name, and then turn three. That's the whole list keeps growing every time, and every API call reads the entire conversation from this cache. So it's not actually memory; it's the illusion of the memory that we are doing it. So okay, now we are good with okay we are running with the one memory one things one LLM calls, that's fine. But as we discussed earlier, how are chatbot going to reply? Because I'm not going to add this conversation every time to my system and ask okay what is your name and everything. Now let's make it more better system. So again, let's create the conversation. So we just pull it from previous one, so it's sort of the same format. So conversation role is the system, and you are a helpful assistant who keeps replies short, no more than sentence unless user asks for some detail, just to keep it more compact. Okay. So now we create a sort of a while loop, because we are going to we are want the continuous answer. So we create the answer loop, and then it get a user message. Let's say something user message equal to input of something. You said whatever you are going to say, and first, you ask something from as a input to the model, and if not user message, then continue. Otherwise, my bad. Otherwise, it will again mess up. Let's say if not the user message, continue. Else, what it do? If so, but first, it's important to add the break condition. So we'll add if user is saying quit, exit, or something. Let's say even the buy. uh, let's say user even say the buy, it should stop. And how we are going to append the conversation? So we have already the message conversation. So what we will do, uh, we add the conversation role is the user and the content is the message users. The because I'm asking the question, I have not uh, initiated the LLM call, and now I have already added this into my conversation. Now add this to pass this conversation to my LLM model that we are using it from the start. And whatever reply I got, I will keep into my new variable as a reply. That is, we already discussed response dot output text that will I will get apply. Now, most important part, how I'm going to handle this reply into my the existing conversation. So again, same part. I will append this conversation into my uh, this reply into my conversation list, and then role will be the assistant because this is the reply I got from my system. So this will be the assistant, and content will be the reply. And I can say okay, print reply something. I can just print it reply. So this is sort of a very simple loop. Now it will not give a very good intuition here. Let's go to the terminal how it will talk in very natural format. So I have the same code into my terminal. Let's clear it and get 03. So it is the same. This is a conversation, while loop, and a printing reply. So now let's run it. It will give me a very good, a realistic scenario how I'm going to use it. So initially I ask, okay, uh, I am a tutor. Okay. Okay, I gave something, my context. I'm AI agent tutor, Nitin. Hello, Nitin. Nice to meet you. How can I help you today? It asked me, and okay, uh, what is memory in LLM? I asked this simple question, and it's going continuously. It's not just stopping it and reply. So it give memory in LLM first how information retain and all. So it can okay. Uh, what is LLM? So it's talking me as a more realistic manner. So it's not just typing one reply and all. So we have created sort of a chatbot. So it's giving what I'm asking question, and so now ask what was my job role. Let's ask in the conversation. If I ask it, maybe we can do some this can fix it. You introduce yourself as AI agent tutor. Role is conversation user playing an AI tutor who speaks who asks about the LLM and memory. It's first get an idea what I defined in earlier, and then based upon my conversation, all the conversation I ask two questions. So it's get a summary and give me okay, you are sort of user playing an AI tutor role and who speaks about the memory and LLM. That's the two questions I have asked. Because of this, it gave me like this. Okay, now I'm going to quit. It's very simple. I just type a bye and it will quit. Goodbye, take care. And okay, so instead of bye, I think it's taking literally bye as a string. So okay, I click Q and then it stop. So it worked pretty well. Now let's get an idea. So today by this demo and this API calls, what we have understood is the model has no inbuilt memory, no built-in memory. Uh, Conversations are just list of messages. Roles define who said what. Memory is created by sending conversation history every call. So the single idea powers ChatGPT, Claude, AI agent, customer support, whatever you have listened the agentic thing. Okay. So in this episode we will in this episode we have learned this concept. So in the next step we will go more deeper. So if this finally made AI memory click for you, subscribe and continue the series. And if you're code along with these demos, you will understand AI system faster than 95% of people learning AI Gen AI today. See you on the next episode.